What's up guys, welcome back to a brand new Vegas Pro 23 tutorial. Obviously this is the video that I'm the most excited about because this is all about color grading, applying new effects onto the video, using different event channels, different chains. So this video is kind of working in two parts. So the first part that we're going to talk about right now is obviously where you can apply effects to, what they do, the purpose, and then the second part is obviously the color grading tab, the brand new one with all the new built-in LUT filters. So let's move on with the very first one. So obviously we all know since a couple years, well I think since the beginning, we can apply effects onto all kind of different destinations in your project. If you go to the video effects tab right here, and if you pick for example a color grading preset, you can see that we can apply it onto the actual file into the timeline. We can apply it right here onto the track. We can apply it onto the video preview. I mean, there are so many different locations on where you can actually place your effects. And then you might think which effect should go where. So you can pause the video right here if you want to, but I made a little summary that I'm going to show you guys right now on how to actually memorize this and how to understand it a little bit better. So let's start with the event level. So the event level is when you just take a preset or an effect right here on the top and you drag it straight onto the clip. That applies only to that specific clip or the event on this timeline. And that's useful if you want one clip to look or sound different from others, even if they use the same source file. So let's say that you drag it onto one single effect. What you can do is you can just split up this effect, or this clip rather, into certain parts. And then you can color grade, for example, this one. You can put a blur on this one. You can make this one black and white, you name it. So if you drag it onto this actual file or this clip right here, that's actually going to affect only that clip, and that will leave all the rest unaffected. So number two is track level. So that means that it's actually going to be applied on the entire track. So if you take an effect and we drag it not on the clip, but on the actual track, every single file on this track, no matter how many cuts there are, file formats, if it's an MPEG-2 and an MP4, every single file on this whole track will be affected. So that's very good for a consistent look or sound across multiple clips without applying effects one by one. So if you want to apply that to an audio track, for example, what you can do is you can put all the dialogue clips on one audio track, and then you can apply compression to it or a little bit of reverb. And then you can put all the B-roll on one video track and add a color LUT filter. And then if you later move a clip to another track, it will lose or gain the effect depending on where you put it. So if I apply this effect obviously on the track right here, this clip is now orange. If I drag this clip of the sea down to a different video track, it does not take the effect with it. So the third one is media level. So that means that it's on the source file in the project media bin. So how this works is you go to the project media tab, and then on the top, you right click on the clip, and then you go to the media effects button. So that obviously will open up the plugin chooser, and that's where you can apply the effects from there. And I'm almost 100% certain that most of you haven't done this way, because it offers a little bit less flexibility if you want the clip to look different in like different places. If you shot a whole interview with a color cast, add a color corrector at the media level, and every use of that clip in the project is corrected. So the fourth and the last one is bus level. So of course this is for audio buses or video buses. Bus is kind of like a master lane. It's kind of the same as in when you're editing audio or when you're mixing music. You have all individual tracks, but everything goes to a master bus where you can apply effects onto as a whole. So the whole project will be affected by that. And then you might think like, well, how does that work? And that works very, very easily, because if you right click on the preview screen, you're going to click on video output color grading. And that's going to open up the actual bus track. As you can tell in the corner, it says video bus effects. So all the color grading that you will do right here will be adjusted and applied onto the whole project. So make sure that you just don't get too touched up in the actual bus, because if you need to adjust a certain LUT filter in a certain clip on a certain time, you have to go back and undo all of this. All the stuff that you're going to apply onto a bus should be at the end of your edit. And that's obviously the same for audio. If you're going to apply compression to it, you can drag an effect. It has the master fader right here on the top where you have the effects button. You can click on there, and then you can obviously apply all your effects and plugins onto the master fader. But keep in mind, if you need to touch up one small part of a audio part of your project, you have to do that manually on the track itself right here, and not on the master bus. So now that you know where the events are and what they do and what you can use, as you can tell right here, if you go to the color grading tab, we have some options where we have some brand new LUT filters all in there, brand new for you to use. Also have some ones optimized for mobile. It's really cool. So we have ones for Samsung, we have an S-Log, and I don't know if you know what S-Log is. It's kind of like a very plain shot that you can use in a DSLR for a lot more color grading options. It's almost black and white, but that gives you the option to, you know, in post, kind of like color grade it better, apply LUT filters, because if you film a video with the DSLR with pretty decent and strong color correction, any LUT filter that you will apply afterwards is going to just pretty much destroy the image. Certain cameras have V-Log as well, but it really depends on the camera. And of course right here we have all the lookup tables that you can tell, but obviously this shot is actually already color graded, so that's why it's looking way too saturated. But if you're using a S-Log or a V-Log filmed clip, this actually is going to look really nice. So right here we have the color wheels where we can manually adjust all the different offsets. As you can tell, very nice and very expansive for a lot of detailed color correction. We have midtones, we have highlights, we have all separate wheels, and in previous versions we always had this tucked away on the very bottom. But if you prefer that same menu, you can hold left control and left alt, and then it will pop out just like that, and then you can drag it to the bottom of the screen and then it will show up just like that, how it was in previous versions. And right here on the bottom left, you can also choose the source where you're going to apply the effects to, so make sure that you don't accidentally put this to the video bus, because that's going to apply it to the whole project. And if you have multiple tracks, as you can tell, it will just show up right here when you highlight it. Alright guys, so that's it for this video. Thanks a lot for watching. Make sure to grab your copy through the link down in the description. Those are all the differences between all the levels. If you have any more questions, make sure to drop them in the comments down below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.